What's up, guys? Gurgang peeps, Padawans. I'm doing a reaction video to The Mandalorian, the first season, starting with episode 1 of season 1. And even though I've watched it already, and I'm just going to give my thoughts, my insights as to what I felt and what I thought when it came to watching it the first time around, and try to give you what my synopsis of um, the first episode when everybody was basically hyped for the Mandalorian, a Star Wars story by series by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who have become gods amongst men when comes to Star Wars fans, to the point where they actually want Favreau and Filoni to take over the Star Wars franchise, and I'd wholeheartedly agree with them. So, anyways, so without further ado, let's start with episode 1, season 1 of The Mandalorian. All right, here we go. Mando coming into town. Before this, I didn't have any idea what the lore is between for a Mandalorian. I only know Boba Fett and just limited information about Boba Fett because I'm more of a Yoda fan actually. So if you see behind me, most of my mobility is Yoda. So, and when I first saw the bartender, I first thought, hey, the guy from Rudy. The, one of the best entrances and a score when it comes to Mando's entrance. So we're all strolling into the tavern and not saying a word. That's how boss he was. He is when it comes to a character as the Mandalorian. Silence is golden when it comes to the Mandalorian. Let his actions speak for itself. Don't do that. There you go. Actions speak louder than words. And this right here was brutal, but so awesome. What a way to die. Sharpshooting, just killing the dude in half. Awesome. Now this character, the fish dude, I like to call him, is played by the character from his SNL days, Horatio Sands. So that's pretty cool information to find out, especially when actors play aliens in Star Wars movies. So,
buy yourself a drink.
Trying to bribe him, try to get out of his situation, which was kind of humorous at the time. But he's gonna catch me.
Is that me?
That is you.
What? There must be some mistake. I can get you more credits. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
One of the awesome lines in The Mandalorian. One of many lines that'll be quoted by many Star Wars Mandalorian fans when it comes to that particular line. I'll bring you in warm, or bring you in cold. So. When I first saw this, when he calling his taxi, space taxi or something like that, I was thinking, kind of like Tommy calling on the Dragon Zord from Power Rangers. So
No droids.
doesn't like droids. So, and then here comes Brian Posehn riding on in and junked out the space taxi, a taxi. I know he was probably stoked to be in The Mandalorian since he is a huge Star Wars fan himself.
I went so crazy with Star Wars. It was my Vietnam. You know what I mean?
See some of his stand-up, and he's a huge nerd when it comes to Star Wars. and especially when he started The Big Bang Theory. So
You're looking for revenue.
enjoyable when watching him. So
Right now.
enthusiasm for Star
Be
Wars,
careful near
like
the
all of
port.
us who are Star Wars
Everyone
fans.
dumps their gray holes down. They think the whole
So.
entire planet's their own personal stink pit.
The Razor Crest. Now we know what happened to that in episode 14 in season 2. So
I'll hire a delivery crew.
what you can do.
No big
But
deal.
it's an awesome ship, though,
I'll pay for it.
nonetheless.
Just trying to make it pleasant. Hey, it's time to go. Let's settle up. I'd stay off the ice if I were you.
And little did we know we'd see what happens to him. Just watching him go off in the distance, and all of a sudden, in 3, 2, 1, there you go. A big, giant monster. Looks like a giant walrus. My first thought when I first watched this. A giant alien walrus.
Eric, that was close. Stay off the ice. That's the understatement of the millennium.
Even though Horatio Sands' character is just basically freaking out, Mando's staying cool as ice. He's a Mandalorian after all, so staying calm, cool, and collected. Like the coolest character he is, with an equally as awesome gun. Doing business like a Mandalorian does. That's simple.
Let's go.
And me being an introvert, I'm not a very big talker. I'm not a talkative person. I'm just like Mando, and I just ignore the person talking his mouth off, and just focus on the task at hand and be to myself. So for introverts, we're all considered Mando, don't you think?
How much are they paying you? I think I have to use the vac tube. I mean, I could do it here, but if you've never seen a fledgling Mithril evacuate,
I think this is the only time I remember thinking. This is the only time we all recall thinking that this is actually the first time a character goes to the bathroom, albeit in Adult Swim when Seth Green and crew did the parody of it on made fun of it on that show. But I think this is actually the first time we saw when a character at least attempt to go to the bathroom with a space toilet. So found it humorous.
Found it. Thanks. It might take a while. I was hoping to be free for Life Day.
Life Day.
Maybe even,
And that was mentioned. I kind of referenced it to the holiday special, but never really watched it. I know many who have, and some liked it, some hated it. So I'm going with the people who hated it and didn't really like it. So kudos to those who actually sat there and watched it. I'm not going to go watch it. So, but does it consider me not a big Star Wars fan? I don't know. So, but I know that I'm not going to watch it. So, Carbonite. But yeah, when it comes to the Life Day holiday special, I'm going to stay away from it for my own sanity. And, yeah. I may or may not watch it. Who knows? I may reconsider it later on in life or whenever. So, Navarro, also a place that can be considered the scum and hive of villainy when it comes to Tatooine as well. So, Mando strolling in, taking care of business like usual. Everybody hates him, and you know what they can see in their eyes. They're taking their business away from him.
Did you catch them all?
No, he's driven bounty hunter. Good,
I'll begin the offload.
but you don't know became a likable guy
The Empire is gone.
after episode
Save the theatrics.
after episode 7.
Fine.
So
I can do calamari flan, but I can only pay half.
Fine.
A bail jumper. Another bail jumper. A wanted smuggler.
I'll take them all.
Now, hold on.
Mando taking the
There
initiative
are
to
other
take
members
all the
of guild,
bounties
and this is
from
all I
everybody
have.
else. And
Why
I think
so
that's what
slow?
ticks
It's not
people,
slow
the
at all,
other,
actually. Very
the other
busy.
guild off.
They just don't want to pay guild rates. They don't mind if things get sloppy.
What's your highest bounty?
Not much. 5,000.
That won't even cover fuel these days.
There is one job.
Let's see the puck.
No puck. Face to face. Direct commission. Deep pocket.
And by taking this job, it would change his life
All I
forever.
know is
Little did we all know, it would change his life forever.
Do you want the chit or not?
For the better. I think we all agree to that, for the better. When I first saw this, when he eventually knocks on the one who hires him for the job, and that thing comes out of its hole, I remember instantly Return of the Jedi, when C-3PO and R2 go to Jabba's place in order on behalf of Master Luke. We would later find out. So, and this Gonk droid, useless in my opinion, my honest opinion. The Gonk droid is a useless robot or android. So let me know in the comment section. Do you think the Gonk droid is a useless or just useful? So your opinion on that.
Beskar?
Go ahead. It's real. This is only a down payment. I have a contono of Beskar waiting for you upon delivery of the asset.
Alive.
Yes, alive. Although I acknowledge that bounty hunting is a complicated profession. This being the case, proof of termination is also acceptable for a lower fee.
That is not what we agreed upon.
This Dr. Pershing, it kind of
Let's see the puck.
it's kind of like a conflicted character in the beginning of the beginning of the series, but I honestly think I have a theory on this, that he may actually be a mad scientist of sorts in helping Palpatine or Snoke, the creation of Snoke, and he's just playing coy
That's all you can do.
and playing timid, and is in actuality evil. So that's my theory. Even though in episode 3, I believe, he said he's helping the child. So and we have the creature here that was with Jabba, that was always laughing, and especially Luke when he was threatening Jabba, and then an ironic twist of it all, he's in a cage and ready to be eaten for food. So who's laughing now? And we have the Armorer. Here's an interesting tidbit, if for those of you who are Supernatural fans. The Armorer is played by the actress who plays God's sister, and recently Supernatural just ended its series with 15 seasons. So, and then we have this introduction to a well-beloved character, who would be known as Quill, and voiced by the actor Nick Nolte. Which kind of suits the character, but In a funny thought I had was that even though he had the voice of Nick Nolte,
I will help you.
he sort of looks like a Filipino uncle or any Asian uncle. And it's true. For any Filipinos, or my fellow Pinoys and Pinays out there, if you really think about it, if you look at Quill, um, he looks like an Asian uncle or a Filipino uncle. If you an uncle you may be related to or not related to, and I could think of 5 uncles that I may be related to or not related to that Quill looks like.
Then why do you help?
I have never met a Mandalorian. I've only read the stories. If they are true, you will make quick work of it. Then there will again be peace.
Mando's reputation precedes himself, or as a Mandalorian. I have spoken. Another great quote, or that's been memed so many times over, and has been said so many times over. Even I've said it, in everyday life.
Great. Now let's regroup, out of harm's way, and form a plan.
I will, of course, receive the reputation merits associated with the mission.
Can we talk about this later?
I require an answer if I am to proceed. Alert.
And here we go. IG-11 and Mando going all desperado on everybody. And I know a reactor on YouTube, when it comes to this particular episode and scene, for that matter, basically compared the shootout to either IG-11 or Mando as Christian Bale's character in Equilibrium. And that was an awesome scene in that movie where going down the hallway just shooting in every which direction. So yeah, I agree. This scene right here is sort of like that. So if you haven't seen Equilibrium, awesome movie. Highly recommend it. No look shootout. No look shot, actually. Mando taking care of business his way and just gunning down the competition. Or actually gunning down his adversaries. Making it look easy. Yep, they're all dead.
Well done. I will disengage self-destruct initiative.
Yeah, you do that, IG-11. Disengage, self-destruct.
You're not so bad for a droid.
Agreed.
That blaster head looks nasty. You okay?
You know what?
Running a quick diagnostic.
I had a thought.
It has missed my central wiring.
Just now, if IG-11 were alive, and we all know he did this self-destruct in the season finale of the first season, that they would make a great odd couple living together, as nanny and father. So yeah, the odd couple, space western version.
Anyone else?
The tracking fob is still active. My sensors indicate that there is a life form present.
Little did we know that we were all in for a surprise when Mando opened the egg. What contained inside was a huge surprise for everybody, especially me, since I'm a huge Yoda fan. And when I saw the back of the ears, the head, I freaked out.
Species age differently.
I nerded out because I'm a huge Yoda fan and a baby Yoda. And there he is, baby
You'll
Yoda.
never know.
No.
and that raised my interest in the Mandalorian even higher. Granted, I was interested in the Mandalorian already, but seeing Baby Yoda even higher. I was here. I was here. So, because of Baby Yoda. And then Mandalorian and Baby Yoda doing the ET finger touch. So, and there you have it. The first episode of the first season of The Mandalorian. I enjoyed it like the first time I watched it. And I did catch a few things I sort of missed the first time around. I know I've watched it so many times over, being on Disney Plus, but I enjoyed it very much. And hopefully, I will get episode 2 out in a few days or tomorrow, or depending how fast I can get this out. But I hope you enjoyed my reaction, my insights as to this particular episode. If you enjoyed my video, and go ahead and hit like, and also hit subscribe to my channel and be part of the Guru Gang, peeps, Padawans when it comes to my channel, The Inner Sanctum. And since I am Yoda Guru, I'll end this by saying, may the Force be with you guys. Later.